What I do is I tweet the news. I tweet the news, I Facebook the news. Kasi, na-realize namin nga that the trend really is, whatever. That the trend really is that some breaking news already come from social media. Yung nung nag-break yung Dolphy, nung namatay si Dolphy, doon namin nalaman muna sa social media. Actually, nalaman muna namin kay Rufa. Tapos, kailangan muna namin siyang i-verify sa mga accounts namin. Can I have, a seat para ma-click-click ko na lang siya? Right. Hindi, okay na. Kasi, ano pa tayo eh. Yeah. Thank you. Right. So I'm here to talk to you about the responsible use of social media. Okay, I want to start off with a quote from the United Nations Human Rights Council. It says that the same rights that people have offline must be protected online. What does this mean? This basically means that the internet is already a fundamental right. This is already from the UN. Okay? So, kung kayong lahat may internet, karapatan nyo yan. At karapatan na lahat ng tao magkaroon ng free and speedy access to information and freedom of expression. Yeah. Yun. So I want to talk to you about Think Before You Click, which is GMA News' campaign for the responsible use of social media. Right. Before I begin the whole shebang, I wanna gusto kong ipakita sa inyo isang video na short lang naman. Naririnig ba? Ay? Nag-ano? Hindi. Okay. Yan. Dahil hindi na naman gumana ang ating audio. Yan. Basically, what that is a plug for Think Before You Click. Ang sinabi ni Sir Howie, yung boss ko, dyan, was that i-post lang yung kaya nating panindigan. Minsan kasi tayo, masaya mag-rant eh. Ako, I rant all the time. I rant on social media all the time. Okay, question, sino dito yung may Facebook, sino dito yung may Twitter? Yeah. Facebook, lahat kayo. Twitter, sino yung meron? Ay, dami. Okay. Tumblr, sino meron? Okay, dami. Friendster, sino pa meron? Ay, meron pa. Okay. Right. Lahat tayo mahilig. Ang hilig, our society today is really very connected already to each other. And it makes us easier, because of social media, it makes it easier for us, rather, to share information, to share our thoughts online. Alright? To click is to share, broadcast, and shout to the world. It is a new power that all of us yield. Yeah. When used responsibly, social media, one, shares opinion, encourages and empowers people to participate in the public sphere. It reaches people wherever they are. It invites everyone to be part of an open and idea-sharing community, and it exposes the truth. Pero, ayan, social media has also given us the freedom to express whatever is in our hearts, and it emboldens people to speak their minds. Pero merong flip side. Okay? Here are some issues that social media users today face. Cyberbullying or cyber harassment, cyberstalking, irresponsible posts, the lack of online etiquette, and internet security issues. Cyber hacking, mga ganyan. Now, given all those concerns, with great power, again, Spider-Man, with this new power of social media comes responsibility. And this is what we want to advocate in Think Before You Click. Okay. We want to advocate cyberbayanihan, where we, the people who use the internet, the people who use social media, put up a united front to lessen offenses. And also the adoption of social media guidelines for ourselves. Mamaya di-discuss ko sa inyo kung ano yung mga ibig sabihin nitong mga social media guidelines na to. Pero basically, kasi Social media brings with us the power of every user on the planet. Control is shared with a crowd, and very real feedback is fast. Every one of you, whether you have 10, 20, 50, 100, 1,000, or 10,000 or 100,000 followers, all of you have influence in your own spheres. Sino dito yung may 50 plus followers? Twitter. Less than 50. Wala, di ba? Okay. Sino dito yung may more than 100 friends on Facebook? Less than 100 friends on Facebook. Right. Everybody has influence. And because of social media, it's easier for us to influence other people with our opinions. Sino dito yung mahilig mag-rant on Facebook? Okay. Ay, tatlo lang? Kami apat lang. Kami apat lang yung mahilig mag-rant. Okay, sige. Kung fina-follow niyo ako sa Twitter kahapon, may pinost ako na kaya ko naman panindigan. May pinost ako na isang tweet tungkol sa isang teenager na babae na encounter ko sa 7-Eleven habang kumakain ako ng dinner. Si ate kasi, mga 14 years old lang ata. Mukha siyang high school. As in, sobrang mukha siyang high school. Konyo ang dating. Naghahanap ng yosi si ate. Parang, sabi ko, Dear ate, sa 7-Eleven, umasal ka lang ayon sa edad. Kung maghahanap ka na yosi, siguraduhin mong hindi ka mukhang 14 years old. Kasi seryoso, it's fun to rant, right? It's fun to vent out things. It's cathartic for us. But again, katulad nga ng sinabi ni Sir Howie kanina, panindigan lang natin yung kailangan natin i-post. And pag nag-post tayo, we have to make sure that we have to realize that our opinions can be shared by other people and we can influence other people with what we say. Right. Okay, here are a few social media tips for basically everybody. Yeah. Now, let's begin with a quote from the European Union VP. Expressing opinions must respect the fundamental rights and freedoms of natural persons, including the right to privacy, the freedom of expression, access to information, as well as due process. You guys all saw what happened with Robert Carabuena, right? Or you don't go on YouTube at all. Hi. Sino nakakilala kay Robert Carabuena? Yung lalaki nag-assault ng MMDA officer. Oh my God, hindi nyo kilala. Manood kasi kayo ng news. Manood kayo ng GMA. Kayo naman, no? Yan. Robert Carabuena assaulted an MMDA officer. It was captured on video. It was uploaded on YouTube. And everyone shared their opinions on Robert Carabuena. Kailangan masuspindi ang lisensya niya. Two very valid points. Pero nagkakaroon ng blur sa linya between sharing opinions and bullying his person already. Kasi some tweets, some people say, patayin na yan. He doesn't deserve to live. Mukha siyang Barney. Mukha siyang Barney na grimace. Yung mga ganun, things that really are non sequitur to the offense, but they say it anyway because they hate his guts, which is so weird. Right, here are a few social media tips. Be truthful, accurate, and fair. Okay. Now what we do in GMA is that we have a team again. We are a team of 9, I think going on 10. We are a team of 9 people dedicated lang to social media. So, yeah, we have our Twitter, we have our Facebook account, and we manage this. We monitor the feeds. So, kung sakaling merong bagong information na pumapasok, kami yung nagbe-break online. So, kung fina-follow nyo ang GMA News, sino nga palang nagpa-follow ng GMA News dito? Sinong hindi pa nagpa-follow ng GMA News dito? Please follow. We're already 1 million followers. Yay. Yeah. Be truthful, accurate, and fair. Which means kailangan makatotohanan ang sinasabi nyo. kailangan kailangan nyo at maging patas tayo. Okay? Bilang mga all of you are comm students ba? Okay. So bilang mga comm students, you know, we have to sometimes when we release information, we have to tawag dito, draw the line between our personal and our professional opinions. Okay? Sometimes we have to cover the other side of the story, whether you like it or not. Because that is the essence of a real journalist. That is the essence of a true journalist. You have to cover both sides of the story as much as possible. Yeah. Right. Number 2, verify facts before posting. I hope you guys are taking down notes. Verify facts before posting. Right. Nung kasagsagan ng habagat, may nag-tweet. UP is underwater, the generators, UPPGH is underwater, the generators are failing, we need food and water for the staff. Ang dami, it went viral. I was online, I was on duty that time, and I was like, oh my God, wait, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna tweet this? Am I gonna stay? Buti na lang, we were following UP Manila, who tweeted a few minutes after that PGH is under control. They're not isolated, they're doing fine. Please stop spreading false information. Okay? Pagkasagsagan kasi, pag-hype kasi, minsan nadadala na tayo sa emosyon eh. Minsan nauuna yung pag-click before thinking. Nauuna yung pag-type mo, nauuna yung pag-share mo, before iniisip mo, teka, tama ba itong information na sinishare ko? That's why it's always important to verify facts. Because if you don't, may mapapahamak. Buti nag-tweet sila. Kung hindi sila nag-tweet, nasayang yung efforts ng MMDA, nasayang yung efforts ng rescue ops, dahil kailangan nila pumunta doon, hindi naman pala kailangan. Verify facts before posting. Ito pa, isa pa to, from Team Yab. Eto na, PCSO confirms one winner. His name is Miko Morelos. He gets to take home the 741 million jackpot prize. Okay, now, for your information, Miko Morelos did not win the jackpot. He was the reporter who wrote about the winner of the 741 million jackpot prize. So, syempre, nung tinweet ito ni Tim, si Tim has like 100,000 followers. It went viral all of a sudden, and Miko had to go into hiding. Seriously, had to go into hiding with his family. Because everybody was hounding him for balato that he didn't have. Right? That's why it's so important to verify. Kung hindi naman kasi siya, bakit nyo pa kailangan i-tweet? In the first place, ang PCSO, hindi sila nagre-release ng pangalan. Di ba? Yeah. So, careful. Another one. Very recent example. You guys heard of this? Yeah. This guy does not have HIV. Okay? Now, Raymond Malinay Lopez was a victim of this, of cyberbullying and cyber harassment. Some guy thought, I don't know, maybe he has a beef with Raymond, whatever. Some guy thought it was going, or some guy thought it was a joke, maybe. Basta, nag-release siya ng poster na sinasabing HIV positive si Raymond, hindi naman pala. After that, you know, everybody, he was interviewed in Brigade. Sinabi niya, everyone, nung sumasakay siya ng LRT, everyone looked at him funny. Because everyone thought he had HIV. Yun. But he didn't. The good thing about what happened after this was that Raymond got himself tested, proved that he didn't have HIV, posted it on social media. Unfortunately, the left photo still got more shares than the right photo. That's the power of social media if you don't know how to use it properly. You can destroy someone's life. Thankfully for Raymond Malinay, he knew how to handle it. What about those who can't? Right? Tahimik natin. Okay. Third na ba? Oh. Don't do anything you wouldn't do in public. Okay. Itong si ate, itong mga naka-blur na to, estudyante sila ng isang school sa Cebu. Si ate hindi nag-march nung nag-graduate siya kasi nag-post siya ng something on Facebook. Nakabikini sila, nasa shower, ganyan-ganyan. So hindi sila pinalakad, hindi sila pinamarch. Now, I can go into technicalities about whether it was right for the school to do this or that, but I'm not gonna do that. I would rather focus on the fact that she did something that she shouldn't have done in public. She posted something on social media that she shouldn't have done. Okay? Another one, May Miss Lam, the presidential speechwriter who went to Vietnam with Pinoy a few years ago, who tweeted, "Sorry, Vietnam, walang pogi dito." Pagandahan ka, te. Yun. So, yung mga ganitong klaseng posts, kung hindi mo naman kailangan i-share publicly, bakit pa? Meron naman tayong tinatawag na share to friends only sa Facebook or share to individual people. Bakit pa kailangan i-public, di ba? Lalo na kung si May Miss lang yan, isa siyang public person, tapos mag-share siya ng ganyan. It gives people the wrong impression of who you are. May Miss lang isn't really like that. It just gives people the wrong impression. Fourth tip. Remember, anything you upload can be shared by others. You guys know this? Kawawa, di ba? Okay, so this guy, sinampahan ng kaso ng PETA, he apologized, but he did community service. Okay. This other post, the one on the right, this girl from somewhere, ang sinasabi niya, kailan ba magbubukas ang student center? Namimiss ko na masipa itong pusang ito eh. Okay, now I hate cats, but I really don't kick them. Okay. So, yung mga ganitong klaseng post, syempre, pag pinost mo siya, lahat ng tao makikita yan. Kahit hindi mo pa, kahit sabihin mong kaibigan mo yan, kung may na-offend, kung may kaaway ka pala, kung may plastic ka palang contact, isi-share niya yan sa ibang tao. It will balloon out of proportion. It will ruin your life. Eventually. Yun. So the guy who shared this photo did community service. I don't know what happened to the girl. I think may disciplinary action regarding her also. But the bottom line here is, remember, if you're going to post something, one, do you really have to? And two, everybody's going to see it. So mag-ingat-ingat kayo. Yeah. Try to ignore comments and tweets intended to provoke quarrels. Yeah. Sample. Yan, nag-tweet si Mo Twister. Yan. Wow, some bitch called me a coward. Sorry. Same one who hit her kid so she can do softcore porn. Pinatulan ni Aubrey Miles. Alone in your condo now talking about porn stars. Pathetic. That's all you've got. Come on. Let's talk about being a coward. Eventually, nag-reply rin yung asawa ba ni Aubrey si Troy? Or boyfriend? Asawa na, no? Nag-tweet yung asawa niya, si Troy. Sabi niya kay Mo, "You wanna say that to my face?" So nag-aaway na sila. If may nang-away sa inyo sa Twitter or sa Facebook, the best thing to do is to ignore. Unless kaya niyong panindigan. But the best thing really to do is to ignore. Be classy, kumbaga. You really don't have to stoop down to their level. Okay. Another one. Acknowledge, delete, or correct errors if necessary. And apologize if necessary. What happened here was, the UAAP Season 75 Twitter tweeted something about how NU is overrated. Okay. Alam naman natin na it's the first time NU ever entered the Final Four. And malakas talaga sila this season. But somebody tweeted, before sila mag-Final Four, that NU is overrated. And everybody reacted. Why do you have to say this? Why do you have to say that they're overrated? So, the admin said, "We apologize. It doesn't reflect UAP's stand on the game. It was actually an intern who tweeted." So, yun. So, pag may maling information, pag may mali kayo na tweet, apologize. and correct the tweet. Okay? I remember about, on my personal account, I was tweeting about the Azkals, how yung, basta this one game, na mali yung score ko. And kahit konti lang yung kahit konti lang yung nakakita, I had to delete it and I had to correct it and I had to apologize after. Because what if may nakakita, masisira yung credibility ko bilang journalist, saka bilang tao on Twitter. Diba? So don't do anything, basically don't do anything that can undermine your credibility as a journalist and as a person. Okay? The bottom line here is, don't do anything stupid, guys. Yeah. Remember, anything you do online can be seen by people. Because everybody is already, because almost everybody is online anyway. Right? Okay. Online personal safety can be summed up into words. Ingat lang. Yun lang. Okay. Bakit? You know, there are so many issues about cyber hacking, cyber harassment, cyber security issues. We don't want people to stop using social media. We want them to be more responsible in using it. We don't want them to be afraid of the new technology. We want them to embrace it. We want them to adapt to it. That's why sinasabi namin, mag-ingat lang kayo sa ipopost nyo. Kung hindi nyo kaya panindigan, or kung hindi naman kailangan i-post, huwag nyo nang gawin. Okay? Okay? Hi, hello. Right. By the way, ngayon pala yung Final Four ng Lasal sa Ateneo. Hindi ako manunood kasi malas ako. Okay. Second part is social media for advocacy. Okay. Now na nakita na natin kung paano maging responsable sa pag-tweet natin, sa pag-update ng statuses natin, basically sa interaction natin online, dumako naman tayo sa isang mas malalim na parte ng social media. What is the added value to you as a person? To you as someone who can influence other people? The public and private sector have begun to thrive on opportunities to forge and build relationships and deepen relationships with other people. This basically means that since everybody is online, the shift in marketing, the shift in communication is already evident. Okay? This means na kung kaya mong mag-promote ng isang kaso, ng isang cause, I am passionate about... What am I passionate about? I am passionate, for example, I am passionate about this, responsible social media use. How do I translate that into my online presence? What are you passionate about? Question. What are you passionate about? If you are passionate about something and you are on social media, maybe it's time to put the medium to good use. Here are some examples. It's more fun in the Philippines. This started out as an online crowdsourced campaign. Everybody was tweeting, it's more fun in the Philippines because ganyan, 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 ganyan. Ganda, pumatok! Sobra! Ngayon, ang ganda na ng website nila, di ba? Susunod. Lubak to Normal campaign. Ito bago lang to, bagong nilaunch to ng gobyerno. The potholes. Yung mga, after habagat kasi, ang daming lubak eh. So, the government launched the Lubak to Normal campaign, kung saan people can tweet them, can message them on Facebook, places kung saan kailangan i-address ng DPWH at ng MMDA. In fairness, pumatok siya. Ngayon, yung dinadaanan ko sa Quirino, wala nang lubak. Galing. So pa, Apple Watch. Okay. Dami ko nakikita dyan. Ang dami ko nadaanan, lalo na yung LED streetlights. Hindi ko alam kung bakit kailangan may sign. Yan. Apple Watch started out as an online Twitter campaign. Everybody was sending their photos on Twitter. And then, nagkaroon sila ng Facebook. And then ngayon, nagkaroon na sila ng website. This is just a Tumblr site, pero meron sila sariling domain. So, ganitong kalaki yung influence mo on social media kung alam mo lang kung paano gamitin, kung responsable ka. Another one. Okay, citizen journalism. Last part about that. Last part about social media for advocacy. Remember what I said before? That it doesn't matter how many followers you have. It doesn't matter whether you have 50, 100, 1,000, 10,000, or 100,000 followers. If somebody follows you on Twitter, you have influence. Remember what you are passionate about and use the medium to influence other people about your cause. Okay? Last part is about citizen journalism. UScoop is our citizen journalism arm. There is what we call kasi GMA News, which is our news site. There is UScoop, which is our citizen journalism arm. Okay. Basically, ito ang definition ng citizen journey. It's based upon public citizens playing an active role in the process of collecting, reporting, analyzing, and disseminating news and information. When the people formerly known as the audience employ the press tools they have in their possession to inform one another, that's citizen journey. What does this mean? This means that you, all of you can be active in spreading the news. It doesn't matter if you still don't have a degree in journalism. If you have a phone, you can influence other people. You can eventually influence the policymakers. Yeah. I'm going to explain what UScoop is. It's where we engage and encourage netizens to be part of the news gathering system. It's where netizens can voice out their opinions on issues that are important to them. Now, this is from our UScoop admin, Justin. He's one of my office mates. Yan. Ito yung website ng UScoop. This is where all the videos, all the photos get dumped. Ayan. Itong mga nandito sa homepage, inere actually sa news. Makikita yung recent na yun nandito sa kaliwa, yan yung lapu-lapong kasi laki ng tao, yung binenta ng 15,000. Kasi ang laki talaga ng iswear, nakakatakot siya. Yung dito sa kanan, yan yung namatay na sperm whale sa bandang Hilagang Luzon. Yan. Ayun, nandito pa sa yung sura ng yan yung lapu-lapong malaki. Yan. Use ko, lang yan? Ordinary person lang yung nag-submit yan. It was aired on TV. It's news. Because, kailan ka ba nakakita ng lapu-lapong kasing laki ng tao, di ba? Yun. This is UScoop's Twitter page. UScoop GMA. Can you please follow? Ayan. These are samples of this is what I was talking about pagdating sa, when you air opinions. We ask people, UScoop asks people to their opinions on certain topics. This one was about the cybercrime bill. And ang dami namin reaksyon. Yan, isa dito. If you're not doing anything wrong, why be afraid of the law? Freedom should also be parted with responsibility. Another one, there is no democracy in anti-cybercrime. Politicians will hide under that law because they're too afraid of receiving criticism. Now, we receive so many opinions, and that's good because we're getting people involved. We're getting people empowered. When people air their opinions on social media, and when people give us their opinions, it gives them the chance to be heard by a much wider audience. Ito pa, ito naman yung Facebook page ng UScoop. Paki-like rin. Yeah. Napopromote. Yeah. These are sample news pieces from our UScoopers, from our citizen journalists. This one, we didn't cover this on TV. Kasi TV is limited, may time slots lang eh. Sometimes yung mga reports kailangan within 1 minute or 30 seconds. Ang hirap, di ba? Tsaka limitado lang. Yung mga very important, ito, sa Misamis, truck, nahulog, sumabog, yung truck ng LPG, ayan, nagkalat yung LPG sa daan. This one, hindi namin ma-report ito sa news kasi wala kaming tao sa Misamis eh. But someone, our news scooper, lived there. He sent it to us. And now people were reacting about it. Another one. Oh, this is funny. This is really funny. Bumaha sa North EDSA. Actually, ang daming nag-share nito, tawan-tawa kami. Ang daming nag-share nito, may nag-tag pa dito kay Kuya like a boss. Sobrang tawan-tawa kami talaga, as in. Kasi ang dami niya nakuha, ang dami niyang, actually, sa Uscoop lang to eh. Mas marami pa yan sa GMA News yung share namin. So, yung mga things like this, that TV doesn't get to cover that often, or that TV doesn't get to cover at all, social media does. This is the power of online. Another one. Yan. Kasagsagan ng habagat sa kainta, wala nang grocery. Nag-panic buying lahat ng tao. Ganyang kalala. Yan. Isa pa. Typhoon Hener. When traditional media was reporting about the trash in Rojas Boulevard, people overlooked the trash in Macapagal. This was sent to us by our news scooper. And it provided a fresh look on the garbage problem in Rojas Boulevard and the garbage problem in Manila Bay. Because they didn't cover this. You guys cover this. Ordinary people cover this. And that's the beauty of social media. Ordinary people can become involved. Ordinary people can actually make a difference. Okay. Now, segue tayo ng konti. Sinong boboto dito? Sinong hindi pa rehistrado? October 31. October 31 ang last day of registration. Makakahabol pa kayo. Pwede magrehistro na kayo, kailangan. Ay, kung hindi ngayon, sabi nga niya, sino ba yun? Sabi nga ni Sister Stella, kung di ngayon, kailan pa? Tama ba yun? Okay. Citizen journalism and elections. I want to present you a case study in Kenya that was done in the that was done in 2007 to 2008. Now, Kenya is in Africa. It's one of the most war-torn. It's pretty much mas grabe kaysa sa Pilipinas pagdating sa election because there's violence everywhere. People die left and right when it's election time in Kenya. And the news media couldn't report it as much because they were also bound by their own ethical standards and they were bound by the law. I think Kenya's press isn't really that free. Now, what citizen journalists did in Kenya was that they reported the violence as it happened. When you're there, when you see someone electioneering, when you see a ballot box being carried away by some unknown person, and no media, no reporter is there to report it, you're there, you have a camera, you have a phone. Click, send, report. Ganun lang kadali. If people do not do anything to stop wrongdoing, what is the point of this medium? Another one, many citizen journals used real-time updates to send via SMS. So, sino dito may telepono? Cellphone. Okay. Yung iba walang cellphone, yung iba tulog na. Sino dito may cellphone? Yung totoo. Okay, lahat kayo may cellphone. Sino dito yung walang camera ang cellphone? Fairness, social. Ay, social. Okay, yung mga walang camera ang cellphone, pwede rin kayo mag-report. Paano? Text. GM, ganun lang kasimple. Right. Okay, ito namang case study ito is nung elections natin, last elections natin, May 2010, presidential. Case study, USCOOP. Grabe, as in, I wasn't there, I wasn't in GMA at that time, but from what I've heard, they were swamped with so many material. They couldn't even verify all. Sobrang dami. USCOOP augmented professionally gathered reports on election day itself, receiving an average of 50 online posts every hour. Ang dami. Hindi nila makarry. Okay. Concerned citizens across the country were able to report election-related violations and could view what others have already reported. Okay. Again, this is what I was saying, that citizen journalists can complement traditional media. Yung kanina nakita natin na news tungkol doon sa malaking lapu-lapu, that augmented our TV. Okay? This is what can happen. But even if it does not get aired on TV, it doesn't mean that it's less important. It just means kulang kami sa time. Okay? Alright, now how do you become a USCOOPer? Ganito lang. Simple. Register on uscoop.tv or like us or follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Ayan. Sa mga walang camera na telepono, text scoop space message space name and address send to 4627. Ganyang kadali. Now this is in preparation for elections or even if it's not election time. Kung meron kayo nakitang anomalya na nangyayari dito sa paligid nyo, kung may nakita kayong nakawan, kung may nakita kayong nangungutong na pulis, kung meron kayong nakitang epal na kongresista, send. Tapos. Everybody will know about it. And eventually, the policymakers and the people involved will know about it. And hopefully they can do something about it. Last, I want to leave you guys with this. Social media is about engagement, it's about involvement, and it's also about empowerment. If you know your responsibilities online, if you know how to conduct yourself online, that's the first step. The second step is advocating what you're passionate about. Using the media to spread something, using the media to spread your cause to a lot of people. Empowerment, because if you do that, the world will be a better place. I want to leave you with a quote that I didn't say here. I didn't write here. It takes only one man. For evil to triumph, it only takes one man to do nothing. Now the question I have for you here is, what are you going to do? You're already on social media. You're already online. You already have your own spheres of influence. What are you going to do about it? Okay? Right. That's the end. Thank you, guys. Again. Please follow Jimmy.